Wow, just wow, what a week in the RFL, the wildest week of the year. I mean, we had a guy get 4 interceptions in a game. We had a guy whose name rhymes with shit go off for 33. We had the Rednecks get their first W of the year. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Let's get it started with probably the game of the week. We got AAA v. the Shock, 2 division leaders. And, well, this was a battle. Kenny Britt tried to keep the Shock in this one. He had Finnegan get a pick 6 on the very last play of the game to make it interesting. But AAA proved to be just too much with a balanced scoring attack. Let's go fantasy reality. Fantasy is the Shockers going to get 48 points out of Titans that aren't named CJ or even Vince Young every week. You better find some more balance somewhere else. Get some players to step up and give you some more production. Let's go to reality. Reality is championship teams aren't drafted, they are made. 41 points in pickups I got this week. That's championship moves right there, baby. Staying in the West, we're going to go to the U, hanging on. Getting a big Monday night out of Steve Smith to take down the Steelers. Let's go to fantasy reality on these guys. I mean, fantasy was that the U was going to keep not getting production from Colston. Colston comes up with a big garbage touchdown to get him to 10 catches. The U's a balanced team. The U's going to factor in. Will he have enough for a playoff push? Who knows? But he'll factor in. And then let's go to reality. Reality is, T, if your season didn't end when Romo went down, it damn sure ended when you started wishing death and all this other kinds of injuries and everything else you wished on everybody. Keep flexing, keep picking up, dropping, keep adding to our pot because you donated this year, T. Staying in the West, since we did have a clean sweep this week, we got Rednecks going over the chair. Ange gets off the schneid at the expense of our defending champ with some late heroics from Mr. Dez Bryant. Let's go to fantasy reality. Reality is, T. Blake finally takes the right quarterback, gets 26 out of Ryan, and the rest of his team doesn't step up and give him what he needed to win. Maybe he used up all of his mojo last year for a title. Not a bad trade-off. Let's go to fantasy. Fantasy were the Rednecks were going to lose all of the games. We all knew they were too good to lose all of them. It's never happened before, and they were going to jump up and get somebody. Just happens the ex-champ, defending champ, happened to be that somebody. Sorry, T. Blake. It's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Staying in the West, because we did have a clean sweep this week, and we all rep that West. Finally, we all rep that West. We got the Brews, and probably the most exciting game of the week, sneaking out of victory over DCEP late Monday night as the Brews get big production out of his damn Giants. 28 points out of his Giants. That's big time. Let's go to fantasy reality. Reality is the Brews are going to be around for that playoff push. Looks like him and the Habibs right now will be battling it out for that last spot. Maybe we'll see if somebody else can jump up and join them, but it's going to be an interesting push. Let's go to fantasy. Fantasy is you can win in this league with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goose eggs and a -1 in your lineup. You got 31 out of Palmer, 18 out of Ocho Cinco, and basically nothing else from anybody else in your team. Looks like you need to make a move or two. I'm always up for Andre Johnson. Holla! Wow, in a week that everybody was bringing it, we have this dud of a game, which turned out to be a very exciting game between the Heat Seekers, the team leading scorer, the league's leading scorer, and Big Willie. You got this game where both teams have 6 goose eggs in their lineup, 57 to 54. Big Willie had the game well in hand, had a chance to steal it on Monday night, and just went Big Willie. Let's go to fantasy reality. Reality is Heat Seeker was down with some bye weeks, and maybe his team is coming back to earth a little bit. Maybe not. We'll see when he's back to full strength. But 49 out of his 57 points from 2 people, I don't necessarily trust that. There's a lot of goose eggs over there, even for a team that's been rolling. Fantasy. Once again, well, it's usually about midway through the season. We have to say fantasy is Big Willie's playoff dreams. I mean, even though his division isn't exactly running away with anything, and how 500 might win that division, I just can't see a team that can't score 60 points getting to the playoffs. Let's go to the highest scoring game of the week. Is the Habib's Revenge put up 95 points and lose to the Bill 21 that the Studs put up. Wow, that's a tough one to swallow. Let's go to Fantasy Reality. I mean, reality is, Mike, you put up 95 and lost, but you also got 27 and 4 interceptions from D'Angelo Hall. So does it balance out? We shall see. Let's go to fantasy. Sorry, guys. And that's that the Studs are going to keep on winning with Kyle Orton or Brett Favre. The two inconsistent. His team is a nice, balanced team. He looks like he has pieces to that puzzle, but he's got to get some consistent play out of that quarterback position. I know Orton's been good most of the year, but it's still Kyle Orton. Wow. The beatdown award this week, really wasn't that many teams that, all the games were fairly close. I mean, 4 games came down to Monday night. And, so it really wasn't too many punks that stepped up and beat down. But there was one thing I did catch a glimpse of, and it was the dominance of the West. I mean, the West just flat out went 4-0. So, I guess that only means that the West beat down the rest of the league. So, I guess, yeah. You 4 suckers that got beat down by the West, you guys are the punks that stepped up to get beat down. Okay, normally I don't like to call people out, Everybody has their pregame rituals and things they do before the game, but, I like to come wish people good luck before the game, and I crept up on the Shock, a.k.a. Little Trigger, before the game, just bumping this song and doing some calisthenics and exercise and stretching and shit. And I was like, well, what's the deal? And he's getting in his mental state of mind to be Little Trig, I guess. He's bulletproof. I don't know. To each his own. So we let him ride it out. But, I guess I forewarn the rest of you that are behind my woodshed, don't be taking no shots at Little Trig, a.k.a. the Shock, because he is bulletproof. Wow. In a week that 9 teams scored over 70 points with 1 sitting at 68. There was a lot of Lucky Charms being smashed this weekend. A lot of Lucky Charms. I mean, we can look at the U. He puts up 83. T puts up 68. You might say the U got lucky that Romo went down after starting the game and had a touchdown pass within the first few seconds. I mean, you could say the U got lucky, but hey, that's some of the breaks you get. Then you could say Habib's Revenge got lucky with 27 points from a D-back, but he lost. You could move on to the Shot. Say, hey, he got 19 out of his defensive players, including one to Finnegan on a damn Hail Mary, the very last play of the game that this asshole runs back. But no, he took it out, so that wasn't too lucky. And then we come over to the Heat Seekers versus the wow. I mean, the Heat Seekers just continue to smash. He's got to be the one smashing. I mean, B-Dub had that game within 5 points before halftime, and Dallas was good game, good battle. You figure you'd get another field goal out of Bueller, but no, Bueller doesn't give B-Dub but 2 more extra points. That's it. Game over. Heat Seeker scores 57 and survives again. So for that, Heat Seeker, good work in the kitchen you putting in the mornings. Obviously, you eat the Lucky Charms with marshmallow. So, Heat Seeker, this week, you are magically delicious.